say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. They find some open field here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. 7 yards there and a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right in the beginning.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run with Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From just shy of midfield, Fields complete to the running back, Matt Breida. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They snap it to Fields. Forced out to his left. That is caught. It's Perriman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. It's another pass to Perriman, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the 1st quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal?
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 24, the 40, the 30, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for Bears touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and then went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Going for the deep ball. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes on to give to Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
All I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. and he doesn't concentrate.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Watch the pass. 29 is Mike 29.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Fields now to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
To dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Here's Stafford. Completes it to Aguilar. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing is Stafford. Looking deep downfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bearsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. Here's Fields. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. From the gun, here's Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. From the 50, Stafford. Going right side here, and that's complete. Room here to run. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Fields. Steps away to his left. And the ball is knocked out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Fields. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Now Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 27. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Stafford. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Breaks through the contact. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. From the 30 on 2nd down, Fields. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bears 28. Zane Gonzalez is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And some room to work. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 18. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to leave it with Edwards-Helaire on the draw. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Stafford. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it?
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Romeo Okwara able to get him for a loss of about 3. 13 yards remaining on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. C.J. Uzomah, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bears 35. Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back to throw, Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Here's Fields. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Romeo Okwara able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fields. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's got Perriman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears! Tariq Cohen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Bears 42.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, it's a rare win, just their 2nd in these first 8 games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.